right way up, because I've never done this before, and I thought maybe I could see myself. Oh, yes, yes, I can on my iPad. Ooh, good. Okay. Perfect. Wow, I wonder if this feed is gonna like freak out on my iPad. Okay, yay! I'm so excited. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I have my AirPod in to hopefully make it not so echoey. But moving all of the tools aside, we have this whole entire basket of things to go through. I don't know if we'll go through all of them tonight because that's a lot. Also, I'm really upset. My Fragrance Friday video will not upload. It's been taking all day long and it won't go. Oh my gosh, hi. How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? Yeah, my video literally just won't upload. So I tried to up update the app, like I had an install. I feel like a human say, "Oh my gosh, okay, I'm so concerned. I every day it's just so scary. And you've been in the hospital and oh, I just hope you start getting better because it's so scary. So I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better. Um, yeah, I don't know what's up with YouTube though. I hope it saves this stream. Yes, I'm so glad I'm vaccinated too because hearing these stories, even my brother's a nurse and he's like, everyone that's in the hospital sick, like on their deathbed, is unvaccinated. And I'm like, that's so scary. So, yes, I don't. Why am I taking all this wax out? I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I just have such a big pile that I don't even know where to start. But I kind of want to start with these bricks, but they were kind of piled underneath everything else. So that was a horrible idea. But I took everything out. Hey, hello. I have my chat up on my iPad. So sorry if I'm like pointing in the other direction, but I wanted to be able to see the chat like after it goes up on the screen. I'm not a person who usually does slides, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So thank you for joining. I was so overwhelmed by all the people who voted yes. Hi, Jessica. Hello. I was so overwhelmed by all the people who voted yes that they wanted to see this. Um, I was like, oh my gosh, people care about this? Is Corey going to come say hi? Oh my gosh. Okay, Corey is out of town, which is like kind of the main reason I'm doing this. But also, I made the mistake of telling him that I was like, while he goes out of town, that I was gonna say, go live. And he's like, I'm getting on the live stream in the comments. So if you see some ridiculousness in the comments from an unknown user or a user named Corey, I do apologize in advance. Hey, Krista. It also is the perfect time to bring a cat home because Corey's gone. I like your thinking. I like it. So yeah, random. Okay, I'm gonna start with my bricks. I have sugar cookie, which I want to do a row of, and then I have vanilla bean buttercream, which I want to do a row of. This is brand new for my club. And then you guys, ghostly greetings. I want to cut into this, but don't want to cut into this. I want to savor it. I'm just so afraid that they're never ever going to bring it back because me and one other person like it. So, but I think I need to move this. I'm so sorry. So I think that I'm going to chop into it, but also, like I said, I kind of want to savor it. I ran out of paper plates. Well, I don't know that I ran out. We just don't have any. So that's no good. I love ghost greetings. Yeah, you and me are the only two. I got a brick off Mercari. I don't want to say that, but that might be me because I got my brick in the clearance section and I have 2 bars. And I just love it. I only have the room spray now. Oh, maybe there's 3 of us who like it. Look at that. I'm just like so nervous with all the competition, like sweet plum pastry and happy birthday, it would never get voted back in a bring back my bar. So, but also I'm afraid if I don't use it up and I let it sit, it's gonna go so bad. Like because I really only want to use it around Halloween kind of. And you're gonna see all kinds of crazy chopping techniques because like I'm using this knife for my bricks. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, Scentsy cuts so easily. I mean, I'm using this knife, which is literally just for wax. I'm not gonna eat or cut food with this. And then I have a chopping board underneath here. Cutting board, sorry. I was like, "What is that called?" And I think this padding helps. I hope it's not jiggling the camera though, because I don't have a fancy setup, you guys. I just have a tripod off Amazon. Also, you get what you pay for, I guess, because um I got this tripod off of Amazon that was like had a ring light on it, you know, because I was trying to like be a fancy YouTuber. Um, and because in our apartment where we used to be, we didn't have a lot of light. I feel like here I kind of have a better filming setup. Um, but now that we've moved here, I haven't had it for that long, but the clampy thing completely broke. Like you can't like I just set my phone in it when I film, but I wanted to do this like vertical so you could see more. And that wouldn't work with that one. So and that one like can sit on the ground. This one has to sit on the tabletop because it's all I have. This smells so good, you guys. I love bricks, but I need to be better about using them. So that's why I'm chopping some of these up. I'm about to go down the Scentsy rabbit hole. This was me. I literally was like watching all these Scentsy videos and then I was like placing order after order after order. Like before my orders were even arriving, I was placing new Scentsy orders. I was like a crazy obsessed lady. And then I was like, okay, I need to be a consultant because I'm buying way too much. I feel like some of you can relate. But that's just how it is. I feel like staying at home and not just all I did was watch YouTube, like I'm sure some of you can relate to that as well. I need to just get to my through my bricks. If I don't cut stuff, I don't use it. I mean, I'm gonna cut this and hopefully like put it somewhere where I know where it is because like things are just too pretty. So if they're not cut, it's like the excuse to not. And then, you know, you always have an excuse to not chop it either because, like, oh, it has a pretty design on it or something. That's me, at least. I'm nervous when I need to cut these other, like, L3 things because they're not going to go this easy. The graham cracker crunch sounds amazing. Yes, it is amazing. How many of you guys have tried that? I cut almost the entire brick. If I don't, I won't reach for it at all. I know, I'm trying to be, like, good and cut the first, like, row and then use it. Okay, let's talk about using up wax for a second. Because this has been something that's, like, kind of been stressing me out, I guess you could say. Also, this brick didn't close very good. What the heck? Okay. That was weird. Using up wax. So this has been kind of been stressing me out. I like go through these phases where I'm all like gun ho about using wax. Like I'm using up all the things. And then I feel like lately I've been like, okay, I got to do try all the Scentsy things because we have the new catalog coming out. And all that type of stuff. And so I was really focused on that. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, all my other wax is just like sitting, piling up. I need to get a game plan for using it. So, what do you guys do? Like, do you just reach for whatever you want for the day? Do you guys pull melting baskets? How do you kind of determine what you go through? Hey, Hannah. Always chop it. They don't actually use it. I love graham cracker crunch. It reminds me of being a kid and eating peanut butter spread on graham crackers. Oh my gosh, it literally smells like that. That's so funny. Okay. This is like so intensely smelling, but also this was It's basically a year old. This was the scent of the month from last September. Melting challenge for the first melt, then whatever I'm feeling for the rest of the day. I love the melting challenges, but I feel like I get so excited to pull the wax and then I never do anything with it. Like I pull all the wax and then I like get off a day and I'm like so upset with myself. Like that sounds so dumb, but I think the exciting part about melting challenges for me is just pulling the wax to the theme, not like actually using it. That sounds so lame. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like I need to get back into doing melting baskets. And I think I need to like pull equal amount, like pull Scentsy, pull my like focus maybe on a low for the week or something. Because I think my issue is too, like when I do my vendor wax, I only do it in like one specific warmer or like one part of the house. Like if I just put it in all my warmers, even if I use like the little cups, because I hate vendor wax in my warmers, but like even if I use the little cups, because I know Hannah was talking about doing that, um, I would get through, like I would actually use it so much more. And I think that's my problem and what I really need to focus on. Yeah, I definitely am trying to use it in the order that I receive it though, just because I like I don't want to start using my new wax before my old wax is like sitting around. So I did have a couple clams that were getting to be like a year old that actually pulled out of my stash. So I have them out now to melt them. Yeah, and I do think maybe like 2-ish weeks is probably a good time frame for me because I feel like if I do 1 week, I love it, but I feel like I'm picking so much. But if I do more than 2 weeks, I feel like I get new stuff in and then I like don't pay attention to like I feel like I'm like, oh, I have to melt the rest of the basket, but now I have these new things. I'm probably making it so much more complicated than it actually is. I am not a person though. Like some of you guys can just go into your collection. Look how oily that was. Some of you guys can just go into your collection every day and pick out wax, and I feel like I can't do that. Like if I don't have it somewhat set out, I just don't change my wax. I'm like, what are we melting? I don't know. I don't have anything to melt. Few extra. Yeah, I think I need to be better about pulling like multiple. Winterberry apple tea is so good. Okay, I feel like I'm totally missing them. I'm just talking. I'm barely even reading the comments, but it's kind of far away. Um, will Scentsy ever do candles? I feel like no, because I feel like they're all about the melting. Also, I've been trying to melt my candles recently just because I get such a burning smell. I've just been trying to totally melt them recently. If I want something else, I'll melt it. Maybe lower pressure for yourself. True. I also love bricks. I only use them when I actually chop them ahead. Yeah, if I get lazy and don't chop my bricks, I like forget they exist, even though I have a ton, obviously. Okay, let's dig through this good basket. I think I'm gonna melt this. This is from Krista, and I think I'm gonna melt some or do the chop the souffles and like the cups because those are easy wax. I know. Oh my god, there was like only 2 of those. Oh, here we go. Also, forgive my outfit. Like, it's the weekend and I'm home alone, so there's there's no limit to what my dress will look like. Sweatpants and a t-shirt. Oh my gosh, you're moving, Jessica? Moving with wax is like such a first world problem, but it's like such a panicky, um, like packing it all up and just are if you drive with it or like bring it yourself, I feel like it's a little bit better. Like when we moved here, I personally handled all of my candles and all of my wax. Um, but if you send it with somebody, like I just watched Ramona's video with her like moving to Canada. That was just like giving me just so much panic. Ooh, I don't know what of these I should heat up. This is Ava's Country Cupboard. I've never had this vendor before, but that actually chopped pretty simple. I'm having movers move out stuff and I'm nervous. Yeah, they can't like the wax, if it's not hot, doesn't concern me as much as the candles, like the actual glass breaking. I feel like that's like, I I don't know. Okay. Hope I can keep this organized somewhat. I'm really not even saying what I'm doing. This is Britta's ski weekend. And it's this big skull. I hope this chops well. I hope they take good care of your wax too. Putting that in someone else's hands, just like if they get it there safely. You're like, thank you so much. You have no idea how valuable this is. Oh, wait, like I think when we moved here, Corey thought I was crazy because I was like, don't touch them. I'm gonna put them in my car. I'm gonna drive them. I'm gonna bring them inside. He was like, what? I was like, this is serious business, okay? Oh, and my warmers. I have some videos actually on my channel about packing up my wax and my warmers when we moved here. Smoke the wax, but I don't think that's actually appropriate. Thank you. Might just drive the candles. Yeah, yeah. How, are you going far away? Put them in a car seat. Might need more than one car seat. I feel like if it's not too far, you're like, could I just take this into my own hands? This is Salt Mountain under the boardwalk. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not like across the country or anything. But obviously, like you're probably only wanting to make like as little trips as possible. So I could see, you maybe have other important things to bring in your car versus wax. We literally only. I've been silenced. What? I don't know what we're talking about. What was I gonna say? We only moved like a block away, so maybe it was like a mile, so it was okay. Yeah, my warmers, I was like, well, first of all, I didn't let anybody touch it, but I was like, heck no to the warmers. Like, if you bust it, but I kept all of my Scentsy boxes, and like I completely packaged everything back up in their Scentsy box with the styrofoam, and I kept like even the big boxes with the packing paper because I knew we were going to be moving. So I feel like I kind of had a forewarning, and I just took that to my advantage. But Corey playing games. I sure hope not. Oh my god, if that's him in the comments saying all that stupid stuff, I've been trying to block those people. So like, that's not him. Oh my gosh. But even if it is, like, why would he say that? Yeah, definitely keep your Scentsy boxes if you're going to be moving. Or even, I mean, I just packaged mine back up, but like when I actually went to move, I was like, I'm so glad I have all these. Even though they take up a lot of space in the closet just because they're empty boxes. Kind of sucks, but if you had like a somewhere perfect to put them, like a corner of your basement that's, wouldn't get flooded or something. I keep all my Scentsy box because I know I'll eventually be moving. Exactly. And same with us. I'm just like, I know the moment I get rid of them, like if I'm like, oh, you know what, I don't want this warm. I don't even know what the scenario would be, but like as soon as I think I would go to get rid of it, we would be like, okay, let's pack up. We're moving. Like I just know it. That's just how it goes, right? Okay, Melted Mousse American Dream. I want to do this for Labor Day. It's apple crisp, salted caramel, vanilla ice cream. So I don't keep these cups. Do you guys put the stuff back in the cups? Some of you guys, okay, melted mousse, wax, chops, just like Scentsy, like smooth as butter. I love it. Whoa, there she goes. I'm sorry that this is like, I feel like you probably can't really see, but Oh my gosh, the happy planner punch you sent me, I've punched so many things and added them into that planner. And I feel like ooh, 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 uh-oh. I feel like specifically for that happy planner, I'm actually using it because I'm putting no stress on myself. I'm just like literally writing in it every day. Like I'm not trying to make it look cute or pretty or like, oh, I didn't write anything on this day, so now I have to stop using it. Like I know some of like Krista and some of you are like planner people, like you have the prettiest planners. And I love that because I'm planner obsessed, but I just I can't. I get like way too perfectionist about it. So this one, I've just been like, this is business focused only, write all the things down. And I love that I can just add pages in now. I don't have to be like, well, I was hole punching them, which was working, but I don't have to like put them all in a file folder and then I have 10 file folders. And I'm like, where's that one piece of paper I wrote down? My messages are going so fast too. I like can't really chop and read, and I'm not even looking at the screen. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is Melted Mousse County Fair. Funnel cakes, cotton candy, caramel apples. Okay, you guys, I tried Melted Mousse last year, this same exact blend, and I did not like it. I was going to say the word hate, but that's kind of a strong word. I did not like it, but I have it this year because it came in, was it 4th of July sampler? Something. One of you will know, I'm sure. Um, and I actually really enjoy it. Like it smells really good. So we'll see what happens when I melt it. I don't know if it's the cotton candy, but like something last year in it was giving me salty sea air vibes, and I was all against the salty sea air. How in the world does your wax chop so nicely? Wait till I get to the L3 because you're going to be laughing. It's not gonna look this pretty. Also, Corey asked me to help chop, or I was chopping wax, and he was like, "Oh, could I do one?" Just because like he was watching TV and I was doing it. That's why, like, thank goodness he's not here. Otherwise, this would be a disaster. But I was like, sure, why not? And he chopped like one of these buns that we're gonna do next, and it just like exploded. And he was like, okay, I'm done. You guys just wait for the L3. Trust me, it's not gonna be good. I need to. I was not very prepared when I came down here. I was just like, okay, here we go. We're gonna see if it works. And I'm surprised it's working because my video wouldn't upload. So I thought there was maybe an issue with my Wi-Fi. Okay, these are a lot of L3 samplers that came. So we have Hufflepuff, Leaves. Um, this is from the White Elephant Exchange sampler, but mostly the Hufflepuff and the Leaves because those are the mostly fall ones. But that one's, yeah, okay. So this is Don't Cross Streams Hufflepuff, and they have all these chunks in here. Um, this is gonna be so bad. If I was being a perfectionist, which I can be, um, I would probably heat these up so that they like looked prettier, but like I need to be less serious about it, and so we're just gonna do it. I feel like this is not okay. It's not laying even. Okay. See what I'm talking about? Like, it makes me so upset, but like I need to not worry about it. Um, Also, I feel like I'm so particular about how big my wax is. Like, this is kind of big, but I feel like now I've gotten some warmers with some bigger dishes, so I'm not as worried about it. Hey, Rachel. It's okay that you're late to the party. We're not really talking about anything too serious. Just chopping wax. Is anyone else chopping wax though? Or are we just hanging out? I'd really be excited if someone else was chopping while I'm chopping. Oh, this is the worst part when you have to pick them all up. Well, and you don't have to, but, like, I'm trying to get the big chunks, and then it's under your nails. I took off my ring because it just gets so gross. Ugh. How it looked, and I get up to L3, I had to pick up the paper towels and pour it into a Ziploc bag. L3, and I know Sydney said rose girls. Rose girls is bad, but, like, if I care about it, I will heat it up, and I have a loaf from Rose Girls that I might do, but if I do it on here, I'm definitely gonna heat it up because that's just across the line. I cannot not do a loaf and not heat it up. That was a lot of lots. Some wax I was chopping this one. I overheated some. Oh my gosh, and it melted all over your microwave. This is why I've tried to go away from the microwave just because of that. And also, I've heard people say like it's not good for your microwave. I don't know if they say that just to freak you out or like I don't know the science behind that. But that also like kind of has deterred me. But I look at this like I don't know. I've done that too before, melted inside my microwave. Oh my gosh, how long did you do it for? Well, also, I will say, you start off like, you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do 20 seconds on this side, I'm gonna do 20 seconds on this side." Um, and so you start with that and you're like, "Okay, this is going great." And then you do the next little bit of wax and you're like, "Okay, I'll do 20 seconds again, both sides, whatever." And like, I feel like your microwave starts to get hot. And so you keep doing 20 seconds, but your microwave's like getting hotter and hotter each time. And then all of a sudden it's just like a disaster. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's kind of me in the past. Um, you have roasty greetings in your club and you love it. Well, I wish I had it in my club. I was a dummy and I took it out because I was trying to save money. But here I am now wanting more. Gotta keep an eye on. I walked away to pet the cat. See? This is why I can't get a cat. Okay, for you guys who have cats though, or even animals, I feel like dogs probably aren't as much of a pain because they don't like jump on the counter, hopefully. How do your cats do with your wax? Did I shop the Teddy Bees pre-order? No, I'm trying to be good. I haven't bought anything lately because I didn't do the L3 pre-order either because I'm trying to be good. And look at all this wax I have. I know, I really go, I'm trying to be good. I looked at the L3 pre-order, and I went into the website today, but I was just like, "I need to, stop. I need to stop." Um, oh my gosh, you got 2 cats, Hannah, I had no idea. Share them with us, please. I absolutely love cats, and Corey's not as big of a cat person, but I've kind of got him. I'm working on him a little bit. Um, but how do your cats react? Like, do they try to in it or is there scents that you're not supposed to do? Apparently, catnip is in mint family, so it makes her a little wild. Okay. My cat's knocked over my warmer. That's what I'm kind of too. Never had a wax accident. I'm kind of nervous about them being like sensitive to scents or something. I don't know. I looked up a ton of stuff online and I probably like, when you go to WebMD, it was probably one of those situations like I really should just stop looking stuff up. And I'm nervous also about them, like, trying to get into it, like, with their paws or something. They stay away from the warmer so far, no accidents. Okay. Off the coffee tables, Wendy runs behind the couch. Well, Wendy's kind of wild. Wendy's an exception. This is at least, like, I feel like a dog, with the exception of Wendy, wouldn't try to, like, jump on things and knock them over. Maybe not, I guess. But, like, I feel like a cat, walk on the or jump on the countertop or something. I feel like Corey would probably get after them if they jumped on the countertop. That one chopped so good. Did you guys see that? I think they feel the heat coming. Oh, okay. Understanding as long as they don't consume. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Like, some people were saying online, like, eucalyptus is bad, and I feel like I have eucalyptus wax. Tail dipped into a warmer. Yeah, I was just about the tail, but I feel like that's not as bad as, like, them, like, putting their paw in it maybe. Adopt an adult. They're lazy and they won't get into things. Haven't bothered my warmers. Okay, good. They're fine with it. It doesn't seem to phase them much. They've even gotten close, but they think they feel the heat. That's kind of what I was thinking. Fingers crossed. I feel like I'm more nervous about, too, like, if I have my wax on a timer and something would go on while I, like, wasn't home, and then they're like or like, how when you turn your warmer off, but it's still a little bit wet, but the warmer's off, but it's, like, hot still, kind of. Okay, you guys are making me feel so much better, but also, like, all of you have cats. So, I feel like I'm talking to the right crowd versus looking stuff up online. You know how people online are just like, "They're gonna die." Okay, that was horrible. You should totally get a cat. This is what I'm saying. We've been looking. Um, Corey just wants like a younger cat, which is the complete opposite of what you just said with getting an adult cat. He kind of wants a younger cat so he can like, I don't know, like grow up with it. That sounds kind of that sounds kind of weird, but I don't know. My parents have farm cats. They live on a farm. And originally we were gonna take one of them, but they're all, like, from the farm. Like, I don't think it's very, we're just nervous that they might be, like, feral and, something might go wrong. They're not, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they're, like, from the farm, so they're all, from the same family, if you know what I'm saying. What do you think of Spice Ember Glow? I'm warming it, but can't decide if it's club worthy. You guys, I like Spice Ember Glow, I will say. But speaking of club for a second, my club is gonna be destroyed at the end of this catalog. Like, I have so many scents I'm loving right now, and just my club is you know how I was talking about saving money a minute ago? I will not be doing that the next club go around, I have a feeling. My back cats don't bother my warmers. I don't keep them on the narrow ledges. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Don't talk about club. I know. Literally, what were we warming? And Chloe's like, "We're gonna have to put that in the club." And I was like, "Don't say that." I was like, "Don't bring it up yet." I'm just hoping like cinnamon buttercream, graham cracker crunch, like the stuff that's not seasonal stays around. That might be a pretty big ask, but um I don't know, guys. I don't know. Making such a big mess. I added the whole harvest to collection to my club. I'm waiting for mine to get here to see what they smell like, but I feel like I have the worst time with descriptions and not being able to smell things. That's why I love having all the testers. Like ordering from vendors and not smelling stuff is oh, you're changing your Rex County Fair, see? Um Goodness sakes. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to read. What was I talking about? Oh my gosh, ordering from vendors and just read, especially like L3, like camping cookie therapy, and it says all these things: toasted mallows, graham crackers, cookie therapy, a hint of hot cocoa. I'm just like, what is that gonna smell like? Like you can imagine it, and I feel like sometimes vendors it's easier because they say things that aren't like fluffy clouds, and you're like, what is fluffy clouds? What is that supposed to mean? I hate when people do that. Like Bath and Body Works candles, when they say iced, what do they say? Iced, crushed ice. So water. What? Oh my gosh. I have both a bi-monthly and a quarter shipping in October. I'm in big trouble. Oh my gosh, I totally get it. Have you seen any sneaks of the whiff box? I scrolled past Amy Jackson's video today and tried not to look. I like covered up the screen as I scrolled past it because I knew that she would be the first one to get her whiff box because I'm trying to not see any sneak peeks until I get mine. Because dang it, I say this every month and I'm really going to try. Club's already out of hand. Yep. Same. I mean, I have a club and Corey has a club. So if that's not saying out of hand, I don't know what is saying out of hand. Also, I literally in like every club because I have Corey has a club And then I have a club, and they both have 2 things of whiff boxes, oh my gosh, cotton cleanups, and then I have a monthly club that's about to go that I put some cotton cleanups in because I just gotta have those, you know? Should hopefully be here this weekend. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Mine doesn't come till, like, next week sometime. If you get a cat, you can make a 3rd club for them. Oh my gosh. I love when Corey's club comes because I'm like, "Corey, you got a box." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "But don't go through it. Like, if I'll help you." Out of hand after this season. Can you imagine? Like, Corey's like, "What is a Scentsy box for the cat?" I'm like, "What? That's so crazy. How did that happen? Must have got on my computer." Oh my gosh. Yes, but you do have to be like, don't wait around for Scentsy Club. Like, once it's January and they say what's, going away, you gotta get on that because, like, all month long, you'll be like, "Oh, but I need to make this edit," and then if you wait till the last day, you'll just be kicking yourself. Unless you add everything and then whittle it back down. Sometimes that's and you guys, Bring Back My Bar is gonna be in January. I feel like January is gonna be crazy. Why did they do that to us? I skipped my bi-monthly, but my big one, quarterly, is supposed to ship around next week. Oh, I know it, you guys. But I feel like some of these L3s are doing well. Do we think that's because they're newer? Like, I mean, I don't know that I would say this is glamorous chopping by any means, but it's not awful. This one's from, yeah, this was from the sampler, which I wrote down that it was from 8/17. I think that's when it maybe shipped. I don't, when do you guys write the dates of your wax? Do you write like the day you get it in? I don't ever like really pay too much attention to like cure times because I'm never hardly ever melting anything right after I get it because I have, unless it's Scentsy. I mean, honestly, like if it's blender wax, never like, oh wow, I got this in today, I gotta rush and put it in my warmer. So generally the dates don't matter, but I always write the day that it ships because I'm like, it's already on its way to me. Does that count? I wonder if I can get my fiance to agree to get a club for our cats. Everyone get a club for your cats. Okay, but honestly, Etta was talking about this in one of her club videos. She was like, after $60, you get the half price item. You may as well get another club and get another half price item if you're already going to spend like 120. And I was like, okay, that makes full sense. You're so right. So I was like, Corey, not that I told him he was getting a club because I have it set up under an email that I get the emails for, but it's under his name. So I was just like, that's so smart. I'm already spending the money. I may as well. And I did it at like the end of a Bring Back My Bar or something. So I split up the clubs like well enough that I wasn't like canceling $60 worth of bars out of one club, if that makes sense. I wonder if I can get it. Oh, yeah, either the day I got it or the day it shipped. What are we talking about? Oh, the ship day. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just feel like the day it ships is like reasonable because it's on the like it's clearly poured. It's on its way to you. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about splitting my club in January. Yeah, Hannah, do you still have your club set to bi-monthly, or did you move it back to quarterly? I'm so curious. I feel like bi-monthly for a lot of bars is like a lot, but you go through your wax pretty good, so you're on top of it. This is good. This is the camping cookie therapy. I get the hot cocoa. I can smell it from here. The etched core is one of my best performing warmers. I need to get the etched core. Every time someone hauls it, I'm like, I need to get that. But I feel like it's so simple and seems like it's going to be around forever that I like just keep beating around the bush and not buying it. But I feel like every time I see someone haul it, I'm like, that's got to be the best warmer. Like my etch core, it's the rose gold, right? That was the warmer of the month. That's a 20 watt bulb. And the real etch core has a 25 watt bulb, doesn't it? So like that has to be just rocking, I have to imagine. Oh, some more people are chopping, yay, okay. I pulled out a loaf to chop, yay. Are you heating it up, or are you just going for it after you're waxing it in the microwave? Um, I changed it a few times. We're all chopping. Yes, yes, yes. I have to get the edge core. I wish they would bring the wraps back. I'm so shocked that they came out with all those etched cores and didn't do a single thing with the wraps. And also got rid of all the not all the warmer stands, but they got rid of so many warmer stands. I don't know if it's because they're making everything with the little feet, but I'm like, I was just trying to buy some of those, and then they got rid of them. Um, Gold and silver are still in the clearance. I'm chopping. Oh, it wouldn't let us show that. Okay, I'm chopping pharmacist's daughter loaves. It said that you saying you're chopping pharmacist's daughter loaves was potentially inappropriate. I cleared it. I like the etched core. I wish there were new wraps. Yes, people. What the heck? I'm eating it and keeping a close eye. Don't watch the chat too close if you're trying to watch your wax. Um, and I swear Hannah said that it's still bi-monthly. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm losing the stuff. Do you have a diffuser? I want to get the Shine diffuser, but I'm nervous about the price. Okay, if you're gonna buy a diffuser, buy it with two half price credits or whatever it costs to half price. It's got to be. I have the premium diffuser, which is no, the regular diffuser, the deluxe. Why are they called two equally valuable names, deluxe and premium? It gets me every time. So I have the deluxe, which is the lesser of the two, which is like the big reservoir. And it doesn't cost much money, which is kind of like why I started out with it. But I really wanted to get a premium one. And I really want to get the one, I don't know what it's called. Get the deluxe, not as pretty, but it goes for. And that's kind of my gist is like, I don't know if I want to spend the money when the deluxe has such a big water reservoir. Like it literally goes for, mine has at one time gone for over 24 hours. That's a whole day. It just goes and goes and goes. And the thing I like is does the light cycle like the other one. It's not like super fancy, but then you can turn the light off and it still just goes all night. And I feel like it doesn't bother you or anything. But I feel like the other one having a less space in the reservoir, you have to fill it more often. I don't know, but they're prettier. I get that. But each time I like go to like close out a party, I'm like, should I do the diffuser? I'm like, I should get two warmers instead. I'm so bad, you guys. But that's honestly like kind of my dilemmas. I'm like, should I get it now or should I just get what I like really have my eye on? Because I feel like in the spring, summer, I should have did what Hannah did, just like right out the gate buy what I want. Because I feel like in the summer, I was like, oh, I want this one, I want this one. And then the end, I bought like one that I wanted. And the rest are still on my wish list. I use mine at night before I go to sleep. Yeah, I need to get better about using mine. I might move it back into the bedroom, honestly. I have it in the open concept right now. Oh, yeah, you guys, I'm so dumb. I literally brought it downstairs. I had one upstairs and I had one downstairs. And I brought them both downstairs because when I got my dress, my wedding dress, they're like, the bag is breathable. So if you like have diffuser oil going, it can seep through the bag and get onto the dress. And I was like, panicked. But now it's at the alteration shop, so I could probably move my diffusers back. You guys, that's so dumb. Why did I do that? Like, what if my dress smells like awesome apple at the wedding? I don't think anyone's gonna say anything. It's so relaxing, help me breathe better. And I have peppermint oil, like essential oil, whatever, Scentsy, coming in my club. So I'm gonna be using that sucker at night because I'm all about the peppermint at night now. Oregon Autumn. This one's chopping really easy too. I wonder what the deal is with that. When is your wedding? It's October 23rd. Yikes. It's coming really fast. but it's okay. Ugh. This is messy. I don't know how some people make this look so seamless. Okay, also, do you guys use a straight edge or a crinkly edge? Because I feel like a straight edge would be harder to like push down, but maybe I'm crazy. I know it is so close. Somebody the other day was like, "You're 50 days out." I was like, "Stop talking." Crinkle edge. Do you feel like it makes it more crumbly, or do you? I don't have any straight edges besides that knife, and I feel like that knife wouldn't crinkle. Yeah. You didn't like Peppermint Dreams? Oh my gosh, neither did Corey, and I was so mad. I wish I would have put it in my club. Um, okay, look at how perfect that was. Well, except for those. I'm just literally gonna like, this is my one prized possession. This smells so good. This is hand shot first. It's true. Cider Lane, fresh baked bread, and leaves. You guys, I really don't like leaves, but I'm kind of digging the leaf sampler. Straight edge would look prettier. That's what I'm kind of like wondering. Because I was literally, before I got on here, I was watching chopping videos. You guys, really. And they were using a straight edge. And they were cutting stuff into like cubes, but also they were cutting more like souffles and not like these chunk samplers. The leaf sampler was amazing. Yeah. Like, is this the same leaves as Bath and Body Works leaves? Because maybe I've been missing out this whole time and I didn't know it. Because I feel like when I go to the store, what just happened? I feel like when I go to the store and smell leaves, I'm like almost getting choked out. But when I got that leaf sampler, I only got two other samplers. Every other sampler, I picked out items I was like, okay, I'm not a fan of this. And the leaves one, I left all of them in there. What just happened? Why did that do that? Yeah, but the leaves sampler, I was like really impressed with. And they're still on the site. Not that I'm trying to enable anyone to buy. You have a crinkle edge and a straight edge. Do you feel like one's better than the other? Not that I need to like go out to buy a cutter, but leaves is too strong. Okay, I thought I was crazy for a second. Have to melt it in small amounts. Jessica, were you the one saying that you chop all your candles? Maybe that was somebody else. Now that I'm losing it. I prefer the crinkle. Okay, okay. Yeah, the leaf sampler was the best. I like had the lowest expectations. Did I actually get three samplers? I don't know. No, yeah, three. Yeah. And I think I got Fizzy Pop, Hufflepuff, and Leaves. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna love Hufflepuff. And then like Fizzy Pop will be good. And then Leaves, I'm just like taking a leap of faith. And then I ended up liking Leaves the best. Somebody else, but I do chop a lot of my candles. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. But because they burn my Amen. I just always get that kerosene smell. Like, I love that vibe, like the ambiance, but I also expected more from Hufflepuff. Like, it was kind of like fell flat. I have all these Rose Girls samplers as well. And then I have two loaves back there. So, um, okay. I was debating if I wanted to do these next, but I think we're going to. I have the Clothes on the Line sampler, which is like very strong. I can smell it through the bag. And then I have the mint sampler. And these are like not that big as it is. But I think I want to chop them in half just because I feel like this is a lot for my warmer. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I never know what to do with these. I chop or crack almost all my candles. I don't think I'm gonna chop them, but now I have that candle lamp and a crack, so I think I'm just gonna be melting. Except for my homeworks, just because they won't fit in there. Those ones I'll probably try to burn. I don't know. I'm so conflicted, you guys. But you know, when I get my cat, how do they do with your burning candles? Would you be willing to share your wedding registry? Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. I don't have one. Me and Corey are asking for no gifts. Can you believe it? People are gonna be very upset by that, but we are. It's just what we're doing. Oh, did you try the Owls butterbeer? Those were really good. No, I did not. Scentsy wedding registration. I couldn't even say that. Yes, that's something I can get behind. I'll send you a cat. The box comes up to the doorstep and it's meowing. I would be all here for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, the best part is Jamie, you're getting married in October? And you're oh my gosh. Congratulations. I didn't know that. Ask for forgiveness later. Yes. What was I gonna say? Oh, on our security cameras, these cats walk by every night, and so every night I'm like watching the security camera. The 15th. Oh my gosh, congrats. That's so exciting. I think Krista gets married on the 16th. Right, Krista? If you're still on, maybe you could confirm that. I don't want to speak on your behalf, but how exciting. Look at all of us. Right in the same month. So yeah, I'm always watching the cats walk by on the security camera because I'm like, should we trap one? They're like big cats and they're clearly okay. They're like strays, I guess you could say. So they walk by, but they clearly look like they're eating good. So I don't know if I would even call them strays. Are you gonna get married right there? Or are you gonna go somewhere? How do you like living in Vegas? Is it like make it less of a oh I'm going to Vegas because like you're already there? I've never been to Vegas. I really want to go so bad, but me and Corey just with all this stuff going on, we're like, ooh. And I've heard like it's very different now. So maybe you could fill us in on the Vegas. Come to New York. Oh my gosh. What is it like in New York? Because is it like I've never been to New York either. I have all the questions. I make it sound like I've never been anywhere. We already have the chapel reserved. Living here, none of us gamble or go to the strip. I'm not really a gambler, so like that doesn't really excite me. I just want to go one time to be like, because I feel like people are like, oh yeah, Vegas, and I'm like, I've never been. I can't. I don't know. I can't speak to it. It's hot out. We stay inside right now. Do you ever have cold weather? Like, what's your lowest temps? What's it like in January? Even without the pandemic. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love chopping wax. Are you chopping wax tonight? This is the one scent that I'm like not very hot on. It's like clean clothes, but they didn't get clean all the way. Does that make sense? Like that note just does something. Oh yeah, Krista is the 16th. I knew it. It snowed in February 2 years ago, and we were floored. Oh my gosh. First of all, I'm so lame. Like being from the Midwest, I'm like so against. Like I cannot do the snow. Like when it snows, I act like I can't do anything, but I've lived here my whole life. So it's ridiculous. You're getting another cat. Oh my gosh. What state are you from? I live in South Dakota. Like the heart of the middle of nowhere. We drove so slow. I'm a bridesmaid in a wedding October 16th. Everybody is doing something on the 16th. We also have a wedding on the 16th that Corey's a groomsman in. South Dakota is so beautiful though. That's what everybody says. Everyone's like, have you seen Mount Rushmore? Or they're like, Mount Rushmore's in South Dakota? In North Dakota. I live in Kansas. Hey! Welcome all my Midwesterners. Yeah, I feel like South Dakota is a bunch of nothing. It's like we have one city and Mount Rushmore. Never been. I'm in Jersey. Yeah, no, if you've been here, there's not a lot. Lives in Utah. Does that count? That counts. That definitely counts. Oh my gosh. It was smaller than I thought. Yeah, oh my gosh, okay. I was probably how old was I? I was like a teenager, maybe. Had to have been. Um, we my parents, like, never flew anywhere when me and my brother were kids. Like, the first time I flew on a plane was my senior year of high school, and it was not with my family, like, we went on a trip for school. So, like, we drove everywhere. So, like, we didn't go a ton of places, but one year, I think I was in high school, they were like, "We should go out to Mount Rushmore because, like, that's in our state," you know? And so I was like, "Oh, yeah." I was, like, all pumped, and, like, the drive is so boring. There's nothing in this state, like, between I live on the complete opposite side of the state than Mount Rushmore, and we got there, and it's, like, so hyped, so many tourists, and then you're like, "I can barely see it." Like, the pictures and what it actually looks like, it's just not the same. So, no shade to Mount Rushmore or my state, but, like, it's not what it seems. But, I mean, I can say at least I've gone. But, like, it was not what they made it seem like, okay? Um, we have corn in Ohio. I love it. That was awesome. I was 14 when I went and remember finding $10 on the ground in Deadwood. Hey! We got married 10/22. October is a great month. Yay! See, look at that. I was, like, kind of weirded out about like, I really wanted a June wedding, but it just, like, kinda happened that we picked October, but I feel like October's not that bad. I was kinda, like, bummed about it at first, but I don't think it's that bad. I'm on the mint sampler now. Ooh, and it smells good. Oh, it smells really good. October's perfect weather. Yeah, we're, like, half debating having it outside, half debating having it inside. Is it wrong that I put cat stuff on our registry? Drive up to North Dakota and visit South Dakota too. Yeah, go to Florida instead. There's nothing. Like, wait, did you ask him what are we gonna do? Like driving from Kansas City to Fargo would be like my worst nightmare. Oh my gosh. Have I been to Southern California? I've been to Huntington Beach one time. It was oh, and I've been to San Diego. San Diego was, like, so windy. I'm from the Midwest, but I live in Arizona. That'd be so nice. In June, it was over 100 degrees without the heat index. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about all that. I was just thinking about dates. But I'm kinda happy with October now, honestly. Oh my gosh, you're doing a Halloween-themed reception? That's so fun. I love that. We almost were like, "Should we do Halloween?" Then I was like, the day, like, whatever. I think is it on a Saturday or is it the 30th on a Saturday? Um But I was like, that's just a little bit too close to Halloween." Like, I don't want people to wear costumes. Unless that was the theme, then that'd be fun. Yeah, I can't imagine being, like, out in my dress in 100 degrees. I'd be like, "I need a short one." I need a short one and put my hair all the way up because too hot. And the men can wear suit shorts. Do you have a theme? Mine was Alice in Wonderland. No, I don't have anything. You guys are gonna think I'm so lame. We're having Um, like 30 people there. That's it. It's gonna be really small. Yeah. We're only literally having like a ceremony and a social hour and dinner. And then that's it. So I don't even know if you can really call that a wedding, but we're calling it that. And it's just gonna be me and Corey. We're not having like any um bridesmaids or groomsmen, is that what they're called? But also, which I think like our friends were kind of like not super impressed with. But I was like, "Who's gonna sit in the crowd if everyone's standing up here with us?" Alice in Wonderland. Did you have, like, a, like, big poofy dress? Or did you do, like, crazy, like, really get into it? Did you have the bunny? Who's the bunny? I don't know much about this, movie. This is so good. Badger State Cocoa, hot cocoa, peppermint, marshmallow smoothie. It had, like, a headpiece. Yes, okay, that's what I was talking about. I'm glad you knew what I was saying. Because clearly I did not. Smaller weddings are more fun. Yeah, that's kind of, like, what we were going for, like, we didn't wanna just invite meaningless people just to do so, you know? So we're like, "You know what? We're going with it, and if some people get mad, sorry. Like, you can host your wedding how you wanna host it, and this is what we're gonna do." That was kind of the gist of it. Okay, this one, wait a minute. I think I got mini melters in this. Buttermint birthday cake, was this offered in the last Rose Girls RTS? My parents invited their friends, which is fine because they gave us good gifts, but I didn't know any of them. I f That was, like, one of my main, like, me and Corey kind of had a discussion, like, after we had gone to other people's weddings, and, like, the biggest thing people commented on is their parents inviting their friends, and I was just like, "Ugh." Like, I that's great for them, but also, like, it's not their wedding. That might be rude to say, but that's what I told my parents. I was like, "Sorry, you can invite them to your home party, but, like, I don't know." And I'm only sending invites to people I know. But plus, I'm like, we're doing something so small. It's not like we're having, like, this big ceremony and, like, I feel like that would just be different. Like, it's gonna be so, like, small and intimate. I just wanna keep it that way. But yeah, I can tell people are, like, bothered by it, which I don't know why. I don't know why they're upset by who I choose to invite to my own wedding. Kind of rude. Peppermint swizzle sticks. I would definitely want a smaller wedding and spend the money on the honeymoon. Exactly. And we haven't really decided anything. Just like COVID. Literally, that's where we're like with, and oh my gosh, I mean, I hope we get a habit. Like, there's a good chance nothing even happens. We might just have to. Here's the thing. First of all, we were just going to go to the courthouse, but our courthouse doesn't do, like, you can't get married at the courthouse because we were originally just going to do that, but you can't do that here. You have to go to another town. Kind of rude. But honestly, with COVID, like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the weddings get canceled. Wedding was 25 people instead of a big party. We decided to use the money for a down payment on house. Exactly. Hey, Angela, how's it going? Angela, this is a question for you. How do your dogs do? Do you have dogs yourself, or you just watch a lot of dogs? How do your dogs do with your wax warmers or your candles you burn? This is an important question I have. They care about that when they have their own wedding. Exactly. Tell Ashley to get a cat. I need a cat, everyone. Okay, yes, buttermint birthday cake was available in the last RTS. I had a feeling that I just bought that. I have my Rose Girls RTS haul going up tomorrow, actually. Well, did I already upload it? I can't get any of my videos to upload. Well, my one. So I guess we'll see if I actually have it going up tomorrow or if it won't upload. Have you tried Just Breathe? No, I need to. I have it on my list. I want to get it in pods. I want to get it in a scent pack. I want to get it in the wax. Get a Mancoon cat. They're so beautiful. I'm not telling Corey you said that because he wants a Mancoon cat so bad. Mancoon, how do you say it? I'm not sure. He wants one of those so badly. Cat, not dog. That's what I'm saying. Yes, get a kitty cat. Do your cats. Raven's ball has hit the warmer before. That was fun. Okay. Thank you for your feedback. This is the feedback that I needed. But yeah, I'm definitely, and we don't, we have a yard, and we can get it fenced in. So I feel better about getting a dog than like when we lived in an apartment. But also, like, we don't always have the ability to, like, come home during the day, and I just feel bad not being able to, like, come home to the dog, and whereas I feel like a cat would be less maintenance in that aspect, like, they can go to the bathroom without you having to be home. We had a fish, which was great, loved the fish. We literally got him right when we started dating. Corey bought me a fish so that I wouldn't have to be alone at home. Not that the fish was gonna protect me, but he was like my buddy for home. And, he died when we moved in here. It was really sad. But also, I was like, "Well, we can't get a cat because we have a fish," and, like, what if the cat tries to get the fish? Because we never had the lid on the fish's tank. Because 'cause we're crazy, I guess. We were just like, "Oh, he can breathe better if the lid's off." But so I was like, "We can't get a cat while we have a fish because 'cause he'll scoop him out." So you need 2 cats to keep each other company. My Maine Coon is a mix from the rescue that I volunteered at. Are are your, shelters open? Because our shelters aren't open here, like, for COVID. They have it restricted where you can't, go inside to see any of the animals. You have to, like, make a appointment curbside, and they, like, bring an animal out to you. So it's kind of a bummer. Get 2 cats, they keep each other entertained. That's the reason we don't have a dog, it's a lot more responsibility. Yeah, and that's kind of our thing, like, while we're young, we wanna travel, it when if we ever gonna do that again. Um, and so I just feel like having a dog is so much more responsibility. I mean, our cat or our fish, we would just they made these things that you put in and it's like a 7-day feeder, you just drop it in and you can be gone for 7 days, and your fish doesn't need any more maintenance than that. It was crazy. That's probably not the best for them, but cats are so self-sufficient. I don't have one because the litter box. I wouldn't want the cat to be able to go outside, but we have coyotes and bears. Yeah, I some people okay, we have this neighbor who when you walk by, their cat comes outside and he comes running up. He's now our friend, I guess, because we walk by all the time and he comes running up to you and then a couple times he's tried to follow us home and then we're like walking back around to like try to get the cat to go back home even though I'm low key like you could come home with us. But it's clearly the neighbor's cat. So I like feel bad. Dog in an apartment, not recommend. Our apartment that we moved out of because we hated our neighbors and the landlord wouldn't do anything about it. So many people had like huskies. I'm not very familiar with dogs, so I could be like misspeaking, but I know huskies for sure. They had like big dogs that like need to be able to run, and they would live in like 1 and 2 bedroom apartments on like upper floors. And then you could tell like it got to a point where the dog would like go to the bathroom in the stairwell, like when the owner would get home to let it out, like it couldn't get out fast enough and it would go to the bathroom in the stairwell. And I was just like, why? Why? Ugh, just drives me crazy. Oh my gosh, yes, Corey, that's why he kind of wants to get a young cat because he's like, the cat is going on walks with us because we like to go on walks. That's like our big thing. What's our thing we like to do to get some exercise? We like to go on walks. I'm chopping this loaf is L3 Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, and I'm chopping it because it's the oldest of my more bedroom perfumey loaves from April. So I'm gonna heat this up, and I put a bunch of towels down because I'm out of paper plates and I'm using a real plate. And I'm hoping the real plate doesn't taste like Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds tomorrow. So I'm gonna heat this up though, just a little bit. Um, Also, earlier I was cooking and I had a mini panic attack because I blew a fuse. Like the fridge shut off and I was using the air fryer and the toaster and like they all died at the same time. And Corey's gone, so I was like, I can't do my live. I just broke the place. Like I didn't know what I was doing, and so I had to call him and he helped me. Um, okay. I hope I'm not making a big mess. Okay. I'm so short. Um, okay, there are 2 huskies here, and I'm like, "How?" This is what I don't get. I'm just like, "Oh, it makes me so upset that people just don't, like, they're meant to, like, go outside and be able to run." Okay, we still have cats at PetSmart from our shelter. You're going to Disney World in October? Oh my gosh, okay. Um, the older girl despises the younger boy who started trying to play. Just gets out of the way to irritate her. Oh, brother and sister from the same litter. That would be good. You can travel and leave the cats at home. They have auto litter box and feeders. That's what we do. I just feel like a cat would be easier. Like, and we even have family that's close, so they could like refill the food, clean the litter box, that type of thing. Versus, I feel like it's a lot harder to be like, "Hi, could you come over to my house and stay there because I need you to watch my dog?" And I know Angela said travel with your dog, which would definitely be a better option than just leaving it. I feel so bad. But I definitely the home thing, like, one of our friends had a dog, and they ended up giving it to, like, their like, one a family member ended up, like, taking it off their hands because they're just like, "It's so much work, like, we have to come home every day." I don't know. I was like, "That's why I can't get a dog right now. I'm not prepared. How do I wanna do this?" I only did 20 seconds on the one side, and what did I do on the other side? 10 or 15, 20? I don't know. I don't remember. Our next door neighbor walks his cat on a leash. That's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be me, Corey, and our future cat. And we want our cat's name to be Murphy. We have a cat name picked out, but no cat. We'll see if its name's actually Murphy when we get him. But do they do pet adoption days outside of some grocery store? I don't know. I should look into that. I we just have like one main adopt like shelter, I guess. And then we have like our PetSmarts definitely is it PetSmart? It's gotta be. Have animals that you can adopt through. And then Corey actually found a local Instagram page where they were sharing like foster animals. And he reached out to them because we couldn't find out like where they were located because we think they're all foster, so we don't know if they actually have like a real location. And so he messaged them on Instagram and was like, "Hey, I'm really interested in X cat you have fostering or whatever. Um, like basically, could I meet him? How does it work? Like, what's the process? That type of thing." And no one ever responded to him. So that was kind of a bummer. We got a cat on Craigslist. Oh my gosh, what? That's a thing? I tried to put a cat on my leash and he freaked out so bad. I think you have to train them. Yeah, that's why Corey wants to get a younger cat so he can like really train him to be okay with those types of things. Also, Corey's like, I want an independent cat, but then he's also going to be like cuddling with it every night. I already know it. Look on Facebook for rescue. Yeah, I got to do that because I'm just like, there's no way. Like, especially these people like fostering the animals. I'm like, what are they going to do with them? All cats are independent. Your cat's not independent. She's all over you all the time, be honest. I know the truth. Future Cat Murphy, I love it. Exactly. I do 20 and 10 for lows. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what I did. I think I did 20 and 15 for some reason. Super affectionate on their own terms. I think the thing Corey was the most nervous about when we started. Well, first of all, I've always wanted a cat just because like I said, grew up with the farm cats. So I was like, I want a cat, but I lived for the most part until me and Corey moved in together. I lived in a place that pets weren't allowed, so like it was off the table. Even though other people had pets, it wasn't allowed. I'm just saying. Nobody ever follows the rules. Um, and he was like, I had brought it up, like, oh my gosh, I really like cats, and he was like totally a dog person. And then he's like, "I'm just nervous that they're gonna, like, be, like, crazy." You know how you see those cat videos of them, like, freaking out and, like, doing crazy stuff, like hanging from the ceiling fan and, like, just, like, being crazy, you know? He was, like, so nervous that, like, "Oh my god, if we get a cat, he's gonna be, like, a psycho, basically." And, I'm like, "I don't think that that's gonna happen." Or he thought they were gonna be, like, you know how some cats are just, like, they get that look on their face, like, "I'm gonna attack you right now." I think he thought that was gonna afraid of Soda Can. She runs whenever we open one. I don't know. I'm just like, I really want one, but also I'm trying to I mean, he clearly is interested since he reached out to that place. Like, I know we're both thinking about it, but I don't know. It just has not worked in our favor yet. I also don't wanna, like, rush into something too and just be like, "We have to go pick out a cat just because we want a cat." Like, I wanna make sure we find one that we, like, connect with, and I think that's why Corey was like, "Could I, like, meet the cat in person?" Because the ones like our, humane society, it's online adoption only, so you only get to watch the video online, and basically then you fill out the application. I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, I hope the people, like, actually fall in love with the cat and keep him." Show Corey a video of Wendy. I showed did you post a video yesterday of Wendy? Or was it the day before? What were you posting? I showed Corey that video because I was dying laughing. Yeah, you have to meet them. That's what I'm saying. I feel bad. I feel like some of these cats are getting adopted because 'cause they're, like, under 6 months and they're kittens, and people are like, "Oh, I wanna get a cat," and then they've never met the cat, and then, um, I feel like then it'll grow up and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't actually like this cat." Like, I just feel kinda bad. We talked about it for years. That's me. When we walked in, Jack literally reached out to us and Luna wouldn't stop me. This is I know, like, Ilse talked about this as well, like, the cat will choose you, you'll know. So I'm like, I feel like we have to see him in person. It would take a special cat video for me. Yeah, and the videos are so sad because, um, they're just, like, in their kennel walking around. Like, that's it's not like, "Oh, here's an in-depth video of the animal." I just feel so bad for all the animals there because 'cause I'm like, "You're not really getting a fair shot." I don't get why they're not even letting people come in with, like, a scheduled appointment to see anybody. It's just really sad, I feel like. Obsessed with ice cubes. It was the picture about Wendy the toys were in the washer. You're like, "Wendy's toys are getting washed and trying to get into the washer." And then the next one was about the ice cube, like, "Wendy's looking for ice cube that melted 20 minutes ago." Oh. As an adoption volunteer, I was, like, really uncomfortable when people would look through the window and say, "I want that cat." That's what I'm saying, I feel like don't you wanna interact with them first? Do I buy Yankee candles? No, not the candles. I have a centerpiece specifically to warm vendor wax because it rocks for vendor wax. But I just, like, dump out I don't have one over here. I thought I did. I just dump out the little melt cup, like, you just pop in the freezer and it pops right out in, like, 10 minutes. I mean, I used the melt cup for the first time, and then I popped it out. I didn't just, like, put it in the garbage. But I bought both of the centerpieces on clearance for, like, over half off. Highly recommend. But my mom's a big Yankee person. I just, like, feel like they never are at the price point that I wanna pay. Have you tried the Scentsy freezer method with your glass sorry, I messed that up. Have you tried the freezer method with your glass Scentsy dishes? I feel like at the beginning, I was all about the freezer method because I really didn't know of another way. I would use 1 glass dish, and then I had a metal warmer that wasn't from Scentsy. The glass dish always did okay. If I'm doing Scentsy, I feel like I don't need to put it in the freezer just because I feel like you can heat it up for, like, 5 minutes and scoop it right out. But when I would do, like, Walmart wax, which is really the only 2 waxes, and the melted mousse, those were, like, the 3 I started out with, I feel like it did okay in the freezer. The metal dish got destroyed in the freezer. Like, the paint started chipping off of it because I would, like, pry out the wax. Would not recommend. But I feel like, where was I going with that? I feel like the Scentsy ones would maybe be a little more durable, but also if it's, um I've been doing the freezer method a lot more with my, like, non-Scentsy dishes, and I kinda, like, use a knife to put it in the crack, and one of them kinda scratched the paint. Not that I'm, like, so upset about it, but if it was one of my Scentsy warmers, I might be upset about it. So just be careful is what I'm saying. But if it's Scentsy wax and you put it in the freezer, it'll, like, literally fall right out. It's so simple. But vendor wax, I feel like it's just such a different, they're all so different. Hannah, stay tuned. I'm not gonna say anything, but stay tuned. I've been meaning to ask, how do those mega cotton balls, oh my gosh, speaking of the mega cotton balls, I went to Walmart the other day and my store had none. Ugh, so mad. And not that I think, like, all these people watch me that are local to me, because that's not the case, but I was like, I shouldn't have talked about those. They were completely sold out. I was so mad. They rock. They're so awesome. So awesome. Um, they are probably about the size of 2 or 2.5 cotton balls. So I would say they soak up, like, at least 1 cube of Scentsy wax and maybe, like, another half of a cube. If you're really, like, I soaked up 2 cubes of wax with one today, which was, like, maybe pushing it, but they're so good. Are they called Mega? I think if you look them up too on Walmart.com to see if they're in stock, which I should have done before I went, they're called Super Jumbo. This is Rose Girls. I hope this doesn't completely turn horrible. It's Carbs with Ghoul Friends. I'm just waiting for Rose Girls to offer loaves again. They're so expensive, but oh, this is so good. I was just waiting for this time. I know some of you got this. I know some of you did. Um, it's so good. I was waiting for fall to chop it and melt it. See, Chris is buying more. I was gonna go buy more. The cotton balls are just flying out of stock. I think I'm gonna start with it this way. Yes, I hope that Jenny does. Did you see Jenny's, like, moving into a new production area? Hopefully that means, like, more production, more loaves coming. And not even loaves only, but just, like, more things in general. Like, more, oh, shoot. Don't teleport. I feel like when I do this and I'm in the microwave, I get wax everywhere, and I'm like, hopefully Corey doesn't notice. Yes, this is such a good one. I bought this also in April, or maybe the pre-order was in, like, February. I think you're right, because as soon as Krista mentioned them, I couldn't find them. Way to go, Krista. No, I'm kidding. But literally, I was like, oh, I gotta go out and buy those. And then now I can't find any. But I looked at some of my other stores and they have them in stock. So I'm probably gonna go out tomorrow and look for them because I need to get some other things. Oh my gosh. If he comes home to the new cat, he won't notice the wax in the microwave. You're right. I like it. I like your thinking. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. He'd be like, "What's in the microwave?" I'll be like, "Meow." Oh, what's this kind distraction? Okay. What's your favorite fall Scentsy bar? I love Bright Cider Life. Also, I think this plate fared okay. I'll still put it in the wash, but I think it did okay. I did this one 20 and 20. just because of all these chunks. I probably could have did it a little bit more even. Yeah, I probably could have did it more, but we're just gonna see what happens. And the thing is not like these chunks are on top, they go all the way through. Couldn't make it any harder. That's for sure. Um, Same. I also have an obscene amount of wax, and you guys are also making me want a cat. Oh, yeah, look at that. That was good. Nice. Okay. 20 and 20. There you have it. If you're chopping a Rose Girls loaf. I feel like these are probably some of the hardest loaves to chop because they have all these chunks in them. This is going pretty well. I think I have one more loaf from Rose Girls, but I'm not ready to chop it yet. So I have one loaf of experience and then this one. And I think it's going pretty good. I hope you guys can see it. I feel like I'm doing so good. What are you watching lately? I've started a new show on Hulu. I literally only watch YouTube. I'm so sad. Um, Me and Corey like to watch. We don't have TV, like cable TV. Um, so we like to watch. We have this like free TV on the Roku. It's called Live TV. I don't know if you guys like have any of that. And we like to watch Tiny House Nation on there. It kind of makes us want to get a tiny house, but also every time I watch it, I'm like, where would you put a wax worm? Like, you can't put 10 wax warmers in a tiny house. All I think about is wax. Okay, this piece fell apart a little bit, but all in all, I think I did okay here. I think I did pretty good. Just saying. Get a tiny cat for your tiny house. Yes, we want to get a tiny house as like a lake cabin kind of because that's just what we want to do. I mean, I think we're probably biased because we've been watching Tiny House Nation. Oh, sorry, I never even stopped talking about or started talking about my favorite fall wax. Okay, so I love Bright Sider Life. I love Autumn Road Trip. Like, I absolutely love Autumn Road Trip. But if I had to pick one, I would say it's Bright Sider Life. Like, I love that one. Winterberry apple tea, I think Jessica said, is amazing. Can't go, which it's called Winterberry apple tea, but we're still counting it. Um, I need a tiny house to store my wax. Oh, every time Corey comes up and I'm in my office and I have my wax, like the closet open, I'm like, can I help you? Why are you looking in here? This is a secret. Don't pay any attention. Oh, I dropped a piece. That's not good for the cat. Um, yes, I love Autumn Road Trip though. I'm trying to think. Autumn Hearth, I'm like kind of getting into. That was like one of my mom's faves from last year, and now I'm kind of like getting on the bandwagon. I wouldn't say it's my top over Bright Sider Life and Autumn Road Trip. I feel like this is not looking as good in the bag as it did right here, but when my boyfriend discovered my wax drawers, he was like, "What the fuck?" I'd be like, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about." You don't like Scary Good? I love Scary Good. I literally have Scary Good going today. I actually really like it, but I know, like, Hannah didn't like it. I can't even hide my wax. Okay, we have a 4-bedroom. Um, this was a horrible ratio chopping. Who in the world? We have a 4-bedroom, and, like, we have our bedroom. Corey has a room for his office. I have a whole room for my office, which is mostly my wax area, and then we have a spare room. So, like, that's a lot of space. I used to keep it in this is how bad, you guys. When we lived in our apartment and we only had like one bedroom because my brother lived with us, so he was using the other bedroom. I used to keep wax in the bottom drawer of our dresser. That was it. That was all the wax I had. And I was like, oh. I better slow my roll. Getting a lot of wax. Now I got a whole damn closet, and I'm like, oh, I better slow my roll. I got a whole closet. I have our bedroom. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like you move to a bigger house and you're like, I have so much room. And then you're like, oh crap, what did I do? I just bent that one like a graham cracker. It worked. Um, I haven't tried Scary Good yet. Some said it's like really spicy. Um, you're right. It is inventory. Some think Scary Good's like really spicy, which in the clam it is really spicy, but once you have it going, it's like smells like pumpkin pie to me. And I think you could mix it with sugar cookie or vanilla bean buttercream and it would be like so good. But I like it on its own, honestly. I have it going today. Um, our closet under the stairs literally called the candle closet. Oh my gosh, you guys follow Ramona when she's like the bomb shelter for wax? I love that. That's so funny. No, this is me too, though. I'm like, that's why I haven't ordered from anybody. I mean, except for Scentsy, but like I said, that doesn't count. Um, that's not, that's inventory for myself here. Um, because I'm like, I need to use some stuff. And that's why I'm like, okay, I need to do some shopping. I need to make a game plan of like actually using some stuff. So kind of back to what I was saying about that is like I'm really gonna try to get better about putting this like everywhere versus like, oh, I can only put this one cube of this loaf here. Cause like at the end of the day, if I go through this loaf, I'm not gonna die. And if I do die and I don't go through the loaf, I'll be upset. Well, maybe I won't be because I don't know how that all works, but you know what I mean? I'm just like, what am I waiting for? I spent 20 something dollars on this loaf. I better cut it up and I better get to using it. Oh, Arctic Kiss is so good. I wouldn't say it's a fall scent, but Arctic Kiss is so good. I need that in the pods. I need that in the scent pack. I don't think that's in a car bar. Correct me if I'm wrong though, because I'm gonna get it. I wrote down my wish list of all the car bars and scent packs I want today. My wax collection is the reason I will never be a minimalist. You said it best. I those minimalist videos, I'm like, wow, I love this lifestyle, and then it's me with my hoards of wax. I'm like, oh. I hope they bring back NHL. I have that one in my club. It's so good. I have a feeling it will, like when the season comes. When is hockey season? If Corey were here, he would tell us, but I don't know. But I kind of feel like hockey season, they got to, right? Um, a warmer, I'm assuming is that hockey? I literally Corey got a NFL mini warmer for his team, and he's pretty excited about it. But I'm like, I'm gonna have to put wax in it for him. Okay, that was my last loaf. I feel like I did some damage. I don't even know how long I've been on here, but it's probably been a long time. 93 minutes. Oh my god. I'm sorry for taking up your time, but this was fun. I would love if they brought back NHL. I think I have a feeling like they will when it's time for that, whenever that is. What's his team? He likes the Colts, like the Indianapolis Colts. I don't feel like they're very good. I don't know. I mean, the way he talks about them, I don't think they're very good. But that's what we got him because that's his team. I mean, he had a dog growing up named Colt. Like they really like the Colts. It's his family, so it's a family thing. I like don't really care. His main team is Oklahoma, for college. Oklahoma, the University of Oklahoma Sooners. I was like, did I say that wrong? Oklahoma Oh shit! Now I'm. It's the Sooners, whatever they are. OU. I don't know the right way because is there two probably. So if they had college ones again, he probably would have preferred to get one of those. But when they did the pre-order, it was only uh, NFL. Um, okay, yes. So that was my last loaf. So I'm probably gonna go, but I have, like, so much more wax to chop, so if you guys wanna do this again, we could definitely do it again because I got wax to chop. I feel like, I could probably make this like a monthly thing, but I would definitely need to, like, get going through my wax. Do it again. You got it. I'll probably do it maybe, like, on another weekend night sometime just because I feel like that's the best. But this seems like a good, like, time hour to do it. So this was fun. Another live. Okay, good. Could you go live on Instagram? Next time, do you prefer Instagram versus YouTube? Thanks for hanging out. My boyfriend's out of town. Oh, see, yay. Perfect. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like I talk to people about wax like in person. So I think this was fun to all hang out. So, okay. See you next time, or in my video if it ever uploads. I'm gonna try to upload my Fragrance Friday. We'll see if it actually uploads. But bye, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. We'll see if I know how to end this because I don't really know how to do it. A cat would keep you company while courting. Exactly. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.